Hello and welcome to the Growing Green Landscapes Podcast with Jeremiah Jennings. While still in his early 20s, Jeremiah already runs a successful six-figure lawn maintenance company. Listen in as he and his guests share the things that have brought them success that can help you in your business. As a young entrepreneur in the green industry, Jeremiah emphasizes the tips and tricks involved in running a lawn maintenance business while discussing the principles applying to all small businesses. If you're wanting to grow, become profitable and professional, you're in the right place. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into the Growing Green Landscapes Podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings. Thank you for tuning in today to another episode here on the show. We are excited to be coming to you tonight. We're actually at a remote location. We are in downtown Birmingham. Just got a bite to eat here at a local burger joint that we have. A very good burger. So I'm full. Hopefully I'll make it through this episode without too many yawns or anything like that. I'm going to let the guests do most of the talking here. I'm going to sit back and listen. So what we have today is we're going to bring a guest on the show. We had a good solo episode on Wednesday. If you didn't listen to that, go back and listen to it. It was a very good one. I thought it brought a lot of value. I really enjoyed recording it. So go back and listen to that one if you want to hear about what we talked about, talking about some networking and stuff in that one. So kind of going off the networking thing, who we have on here today is Alec Priola. He is with Assurance Financial Group here in Birmingham. They have locations all across the country. But I actually met him in my networking group. So we're going to be having quite a few guests here on from our local networking group, like I've talked about. If you're not in one of those guys, try to find one around your area. It can really help you, help your business, just really build those relationships that you need to be building. So, Alec, how are you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm glad you recommended us go get a burger tonight because that definitely hit the spot.
Yeah, it was good. Had a long day of work today. We both did. But Alec was like, yeah, I had a closing at what'd you say, 1:30 or something? Went 2 hours long.
Yeah, started at 1:30, didn't leave till after 3:30, and I said, screw it, I'm going home.
Yeah, there we go. Just went and took the afternoon off. And well, it's been a good day here in Alabama. We had beautiful weather. As Caleb Allman like to say, give a little weather update here. It was really about 80 degrees today. The humidity had dropped a lot, so it's a really nice day. It's really nice outside right now. We're sitting outside in the parking lot here under our brand new bridges that we put in. And I got to change the topic, man. I feel like Caleb here. For all you guys listening that listen to the Kid Contractor podcast, I feel like we're just telling everybody about what it's like out here. But
I heard Saturday morning they're saying it could be almost sweater weather in the morning.
That's right. All our guys up north, it is for you just about. I've seen some 45 and 50 degree temps up there, and that's something that I'm looking forward to. It's been hot all summer. We've actually had a mild summer. It hasn't been too bad. But I'm ready for some 50, 55-degree weather. And I apologize ahead of time for any background noise you hear. We're right off a major interstate coming down through Birmingham. So if you hear Jake brakes going down over the bridge above us, I apologize, but it's just part of it. So let's go ahead and jump into today's show. 2.5 minutes of not talking about anything productive. But so we got Alec on here, and like I said in the beginning, Alec is with Assurance Financial. And Alec was actually my mortgage. What would you say? Are you
your mortgage lender, basically?
Lender. Loan
Technically,
officer?
I'm a loan officer. Is what you call it.
So, loan officer. And he was my loan officer for the house that me and my wife bought back in, I think it was February is when it was. March.
Right around February, March.
Of this year, current 2021 when we were recording this. And Alec was awesome. So, he was recommended to me, and we met in our networking group, like I said. And really, it was just a flawless process. He really educated me on a lot of things that I didn't know about mortgages and buying the house, the whole housing process. So I know that if I buy any houses in the future, I'll be using Alec and Assurance Financial. It's been a great time working with them. But so what we want to talk about a little bit today is buying a house, applying for a mortgage as a self-employed company or an LLC, whatever you are. You're making money for yourself. You're not a W-2 employee. Or you might be a W-2 employee of your own company. So what we want to talk about is what are the steps to do that? What do you need to do that? What are the do's and don'ts of that process? And it's all stuff that I wish I would have known 3 years ago when I was starting my business because, I'll talk about that in a little bit. So, Alec, I guess the first question that I have for you, man, Give us a little bit of background of your history in the mortgage industry, where you kind of started, and the experience you have, and some of the things you learned along the way, and the kind of where you're at today in the industry, what you're doing day to day and stuff.
Gotcha. So I started in the industry about 6.5 years ago. Stayed with one company for right about a year, and then made the switch over to Assurance Financial, and it's been a great move for me. Every year has been better and better, and I just keep learning more and more about different products and better ways to help my clients and customers be able to buy their dream home or save money on their current home. So, there's so many different products out there, and so many different ways to structure a mortgage, especially for self-employed people. It's almost impossible to absolutely know everything because the guideline books they change yearly, sometimes mid-year, like last year with COVID. Like, everything changed for self-employed borrowers.
Yeah.
It was a mess.
Yeah, I remember. I bought a house during that time. I remember. But Alec was there to help me out along the way, guys. And so I guess the big thing is, what do we need to do? What is a self-employed person, like, what are the first steps? But say somebody's starting their business, okay? They're starting their business out this year. 2021 is their first full year in business. And they have a dream to buy a house in 5 years. What do they need to do along the way to get to that point where they have the proof of income, and what are the steps they need to do, and what are the things they need to have in order when it comes to buying a house and applying for a mortgage?
So basically, one of the first things, one of the most important things, is your tax return. So, like, everybody wants to write everything off they can and show as little income as possible to pay Uncle Sam as little as possible.
Yep.
But it's a catch-22 if you're trying to buy a house, and technically you made $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 last year, but on paper you made $20,000.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're talking to me directly. I'm that person.
Everybody is.
Yeah. But I needed to show income, and when you're starting out, and you want to buy a house, you need to show as much income as you can.
Right. And when it comes to buying a house as a self-employed borrower, whether you're 1099 working for another company or it's your own company, you got to average the income over a 2-year period. So you take, like right now, for example, we average 19 and 20. We take those together. We can add back depreciation and a few other things to get the income right. And then you divide it over 24 months, and that's your adjusted income for your month. But at the same time, we also have to have a year-to-date P&L to make sure the profits are there for the year supporting what your taxes showed. So, like, if, let's say, in 2019, you made $150,000. But in 2020, on your taxes, you made $80,000.
Mm-hmm.
So we can only average the $80,000 over 12 months. We can't average those two together because it shows that you had declining income. So when you're getting ready to buy a house, it's very important that you show your income continuing to grow and not declining.
Yeah, that's my accountant and my CPA has told me that multiple times recently. He was like, "Look, dude, just don't go down." He said, even if you go up $1,000 a year, just show that you're increasing and that your business is not going towards the ground. You're not losing money.
Right. You want to show that it's stable. That's the big term that we use all the time, is stable income.
Yeah. It's
the same for commission employees, self-employed people, even with like waiters and waitresses. Like if you're averaging their income and their tips, you got to average that out, and you just want to show that it's actual stable income.
Yeah. Guys, it's very overwhelming. I can tell you that. I remember when I was applying and stuff and doing all the stuff that you have to do. It is overwhelming, but there's a right way to do it, and we're going to get into that here in a minute, a little bit further into the show and talk about those steps. But the biggest thing, I guess you can kind of relate it to kind of like a credit. If you're applying for credit, if you're trying to finance something, history is what they want to see.
Yeah, they want to see good, stable credit history. Credit's a very important factor. They want to see that you've made your.
No, go ahead and finish.
Okay.
And I got a question.
Yeah, they want to show that you've made your payments on time, that you're not missing payments here and there.
Yeah.
Credit plays a big important factor into it.
I'm glad we brought up credit here. This actually brought a point to my mind that I hadn't even thought about yet. But you're the perfect person to talk about this. So everybody says, and let me preface this by saying, I like Dave Ramsey. I don't dislike Dave Ramsey, but Dave Ramsey is get people out of debt. That's what his strategy is. That's what I take from it. It's not get people rich. is get people out of debt.
Yeah.
And they will get rich eventually because they'll save and do all the steps. But
this big saying is live like nobody else so that you can live like nobody else.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about credit here. If you, I know personally people in my own life that will not get a credit card because they're like, oh, it's bad. My parents told me not to. My parents got in debt, and I'm just never going to get one. And I'm like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. You saw what it did to your parents. It messed up your childhood because you couldn't go on the cruises and the Disney trips that everybody else went on because they were in debt. But at the same time, you don't buy a house if you don't have credit. Like, am I wrong in that?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, there are some different programs out there where you don't have to technically have credit, but you're not going to get the best rate out there. There's higher risk to it because you can't show payment history.
Yeah.
That's all what credit is showing that you can manage your finances and make payments on time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it is. And a home's going to be on average, that is the biggest purchase any individual's ever going to make.
Yeah.
They're going to end up taking out the biggest loan that they're ever going to take. So, I mean, there's definitely things you need to be able to prove and establish that you can make that $1,000 payment every month.
So if you want a home and you want to do that, it's kind of like if you say the credit card's going to make me go in debt, then you really don't need a house because if you're not going to get the house without proving that you are responsible enough to pay that credit card down every month. Like if you're going to be in credit card debt up to your eyeballs, you're not going to get the house. You don't really deserve the house because they're not going to. And I say that if you're in credit card debt, I'm not saying that you're deserving. I'm saying mistakes happen. But if you're starting out and you get a credit card and you are responsible with the credit card and you pay it off every month, you spend money, you swipe, you get your gas on it, you eat out on it, and then you pay it off every month, you're not going into credit card debt. You're building that credit card history, which is what the mortgage company wants to see.
Right.
And
so,
getting the house, they're taking a huge risk on you, like paying your mortgage every month. Yeah. So if you're not paying your credit card bills, why would they give you – that's what I mean when you don't deserve it.
We're lending you over hundreds of thousands of dollars, and
so if you can't pay
you paying us back.
If you can't pay your $2,500 credit card bill every month or whatever it may be, maybe it's a $500 prepaid credit card bill, why would they give you $250,000? That's what I meant when I said you don't deserve it. And I didn't mean if you're in credit card debt, you don't deserve a house because mistakes happen, you fix those and you move on. And it can be a lifelong process of paying off that debt.
Well, I mean, that's Dave Ramsey's big thing. Like, if you can't manage your credit, then you don't need credit.
Yes, and I agree with that. If you cannot manage it, don't do it. But to the person out there that's starting out and you've seen what it's done to your parents or your family or friends, don't let that determine your future. Well, I guess you can say let it determine your future in a positive way. Say, I'm not going to be them.
Right, 100%. Like I tell everybody that's just starting out or, I pull credit all the time where they've got some bad credit. They're in the high 500s, low 600s. And then I kind of give them some pointers on what they want to do to get their credit up. Basically, the simple thing is just go get yourself a secured credit card, put a $300 deposit down, and every single month put $20 on it.
Yep.
And then go make a $10 payment once it posts. Because you want to leave a little bit of a balance on there because if you pay it off every single month to the credit bureaus, it doesn't look like you're using the card.
So I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So, I mean, if it doesn't have a balance on there when it reports to the credit bureau, then it looks like it's just sitting there not being used.
Okay. So they want to see a little bit.
They want to see a little bit. So, like, there's multiple different percentages as to where you're going to get the best return on your building a credit score. So they really like the number one spot to be is under 10% usage of your credit. The next step is 30%, and then the next one's 50%. And then over that, like that's when you start getting dinged the most is anything over 50%, especially when you get right there at nearly 100% usage. Like you're getting dinged and probably losing 20, 30, 50 points.
And that's something that I didn't even know when I was starting out because that's how I started. I started with a $500 prepaid deposit credit card, but I didn't know you weren't supposed to spend it all. Like I would spend it all. I would spend $450 of it, and then I would pay it off. But I would spend $450 of it, and I realized eventually, somebody told me, I don't remember who it was, they're like, you don't need to be spending that much of it. You need to only spend a small percentage of it every month.
100%.
Even though it's there for you to use, don't use it.
Yeah.
And this is not a credit card. We've gone way too far off of rabbits right here.
Yeah, we definitely went down the rabbit hole.
Talking about credit cards.
We're not even talking about mortgages right now.
Yeah. The reason I wanted to bring that up, I don't know what just cut out there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a short in the mic. Okay. Are we good? I think we're good here.
I think I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Technical difficulties, guys, but I hope we got it all figured out right there. The reason I wanted to talk about credit was just saying credit is a necessity, I guess you could say, when it comes to buying a house.
It's definitely a necessity. I mean, the better your credit, the better your rate.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to even say. And I didn't want to go on a tangent of credit card debt and how to use it. I'm not a professional. I haven't had a credit card for like 4 years now. Like I'm not a professional by any means. I'm still young in this. But I do know that you need to have some credit history if you want to apply for a mortgage and have a house. So that is one of the steps along the way is go out and get a simple $300-$500 prepaid credit card and be responsible with it, and that's going to help you in getting approved for a mortgage. But so I guess let's move on in the mortgage talk here, get out of the credit talk. So to somebody starting out, okay, and I said this earlier, you're starting your business. What would you say if you want to buy a house in 3 years, and you started your business today? You want to buy a house in 3 years, and 3 years, 5 years, it can vary a little bit right there. What are the steps over those 3 to 5 years? I know you said tax history, tax returns. Yeah, your income.
You want to make sure you're showing income. You don't want to write everything off.
And that's how we got off that rabbit trail.
Yeah.
So back to that. We talked about tax return, showing your income. What else do you need to have in line there?
You need to keep your debt to income ratios in line. Like, you don't want to have a truck or a whatever vehicle that's got a $900 monthly payment, for example. I know that's extreme, but I've seen it. And then you don't want to have your credit cards maxed out. You don't want to have all these different installment loans to where your debt to income ratio is out of whack because you're showing on paper you're making about $50,000-$60,000 a year, but your monthly debts are $3,000-$4,000.
Yeah,
I mean that's going to make it real hard to get approved for a mortgage because the federal guideline has set certain debt to income ratio limits. Like you can't go past these. These are hard stops.
So showing income and debt to income ratio and history, that's what I said earlier. Yeah. History I feel like is huge from what little bit that I know of. You got to have at least the 2 years, right? I mean, pretty much.
You've got to have at least a 2-year history of owning your own business or being a 1099 employee, self-employed.
Because that was my problem starting out was I was just coming up on the 2 years and I didn't have my returns back or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So that kind of messed me up there. But I was blessed and can transition here. So if you do want to buy a house and you are a 1099 employee or you're self-employed, whatever it may be, I guess it's kind of the same thing. But you need to have the history. If you don't have the history and say you're making enough money, you can make the house payment, but you just don't have the history there. If you're married, or do you have to be legally married, or does it matter?
No, you can put anybody you want on the loan.
So in my case, I'll tell you what we did is me and my wife applied actually because she's a W-2 employee. As y'all know, she's a nurse, and we just went with her income. We didn't even drag me into it because it worked out. It just worked out flawlessly. Assurance was great to work with. They helped us. Alec helped us a lot, and so the W-2 income showing that history really helped. I mean, and even she was only working there. I think she literally might have been there 6 months, 6 or 8 months.
Right at 6 months, something like that.
But it was that
she was fresh out of college, right?
Yeah, she was her first job or first hired job out of college. So what the W-2, what they like to see is, like you're saying, it's the stable income.
Yeah, it's stable income. Like she was
and there's no way to prove as a 1099.
Yeah.
If you don't have that 2-year history, there's no way to quote-unquote prove that you're making that stable income.
Yeah, there's no way to show that you're stable income if you're 1099 because, you're self-employed. You're working for yourself.
Even though you can be making it. You could be making it.
You could 100% be making it, but there's no way to prove that you're going to be able to continue that growth and that income.
Yeah.
That's why they want to average it over the 2 years.
So that was – if you're out there and that's your case, you can always co-sign or co-apply, I guess you could say.
Yeah, we do co-signers all the time. We have people come in and we'll do the loan, like in your case, like we did it in your wife's name, had you on title. That way you had rights to it.
Yeah.
And that way if something happened to you, you had ownership in the house.
I'm still involved in the house.
You're still involved in the house. It just doesn't show in your credit report.
Yeah. Yeah, so we used the W-2 income, and it worked out flawlessly. So that's always an option out there if you are looking. to do that. But I guess another thing you can talk about here is, and we won't spend 45 minutes or an hour talking about this, but it's something that I thought would bring value to you guys because it's, like I said at the beginning, it's stuff I wish I would have known 3 or 4 years ago. It's stuff that I would have known about the credit to get that straightened out when I was coming fresh out of high school, because I would have been able to prove myself, and I could have gotten the house in my name. Maybe you're not married. Maybe you don't have that co-signer that you can use. Do these steps the right way at the beginning, and when you get to that 2 years, you should be ready to go. As soon as you show that 2-year history, you're ready to go and get your own house, apply for a mortgage, and hopefully get approved. But so kind of talk about the different. I know there's different FHA, conventional, all that stuff.
So, I mean, there's multiple different products out there. Conventional is your most traditional program. It's been around the longest. It's what everybody wants to be in. That's the one where the mortgage insurance drops off after you've got 80% loan to value or 20% equity.
That's what we got, I think.
Yeah, we put you in a conventional loan. Then you got FHA, and it's a great first-time home buyer program because – they do a lower credit. They'll let your credit score go down lower with a lower down payment of 3.5%. But, I mean, with conventional programs, I mean, you can put down as little as 3%.
Yeah, that's what we did.
That, yeah. Most people always think you got to put down 20% or 10%.
10, yeah, that's what I was thinking was 10.
But, I mean, we can do as little as 3% as long as you qualify for it.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I want to talk about, guys, is these little tips here educating you if you're in that process or looking to get in that process soon. I know that history has always said, 10%, 20%, because I remember when we were looking at houses, I would see a price and I would be like, there's no way we can do that because I cannot put down 10% of that right now. But then I got with Alec and he's like, no, that's thing of the past. Like that, you don't have to do that. 3%. 3%, and you can do that. So, but you got your finances in order to get approved for those loans.
And you can't use cash. Like you can't just have the money sitting in your mattress.
Yeah.
Or in your safe. Like it's got to be in the bank for 60 days and be sourceable. It can't just be like, oh, hey, here's $10,000.
Yeah, you can't just pull it out anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. That's good.
That's a big thing. Like we have to back money out of people's bank accounts all the time because we tell them, don't go deposit cash, don't make large deposits because we're gonna have to source it. Oh, well, I forgot. I went and did it anyways. Yeah. Well, now you've got a problem because you're $2,000 short on being able for your cash to close. Just for example,
don't make large deposits and don't make large purchases either. That's what we always were.
And don't run your credit when you're in the process of buying a house.
Yeah, that's what. For any of you guys that you listen to all the landscape shows out there, Brian is looking to get a house here, and they're getting their mortgage and stuff, and that's. I remember when he was saying back when he was getting his Tesla, he was like, I don't want to mess anything up because we've got the house coming up. And he was doing it the right way. He obviously had a good loan officer when he was telling him, don't make any huge purchases yet. And they were smart about that. And he's going to get him his dream house built.
Don't make a purchase until you've signed all the paperwork. Don't have your credit run. Because, I mean, we've had people the day before closing go run their credit, buy brand new furniture. One guy even went and bought a Mercedes.
They got excited. They were getting a new house.
They got real excited. Went and bought a Mercedes, and luckily, I mean, he made good money, so the debt-to-income ratio worked, but it delayed closing because we had to get a statement to add it into his debt-to-income ratios, and closing was delayed a couple of days because he went and bought brand new furniture, bought a Mercedes. He literally could have waited 24, 48 hours.
Yeah.
Got the same deal.
That's insane. Well, we're talking about what you need to do to get approved. What are the steps you take along the way? Well, let's say, Alec, for the guys out there that they're ready. They're ready. They're looking. And I know, like I said, we're recording this real time, 2021. It's been a crazy home buying market. Talk about that real quick before we go to the next thing.
God, yeah.
About 2020 and COVID and what all has happened the last year and a half.
Last year was absolutely crazy. I mean, we've seen record low rates. I mean, they're still historically low. They hit rock bottom back in about January, February. That's when they were at their lowest peak. They're back up a little bit, but you're still under 3% in most cases.
Yeah.
Which
is crazy, guys. Like
absolutely
for
crazy.
You young guys out there that don't know, and I didn't know this until I got in, but I was reading a story the other day, and I remember. I mean, I was talking to. I've read a story, and I also talked to some older people that had bought houses a long time ago. They were saying they were paying like
17, 18,
10, 15, 20, like stupid rates.
Back in the, I don't know, 60s, 70s, I think it was.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you had interest rates on a home at 17, 18, 19, 20%.
Yeah, and we're complaining about 5% now. Like 5%, that's way too high.
I get people complaining about 3.5.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
I can't fathom 17% of.
No, I can't either. Of course, the homes were also cheaper back then.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And inflation has gone up big time.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But, yeah, no, I mean, since COVID and everything like that, I mean, starting really in 2018 was when there was the first notice that we have a housing shortage.
Yeah.
Like right now, we have a huge housing shortage across the nation. I mean, there's a single-family shortage of about 4.29 million homes across America that's needed for people to buy a home. So that's why right now you're seeing appreciation in home buying prices just skyrocket. I mean, right now, year over year, appreciation for this month is 18% nationwide. I mean, the South's seeing right around 16%. California's seeing 20, 25%.
Yeah, hit on that story you told me at dinner real quick.
Oh, yeah. So
this is
at
absolutely
one point,
crazy, guys.
like, this is how crazy the market is, and this is nationwide. Like, this is a story out in California. This house was listed for right around $399, and within 2 days, it had 100 written offers ranging from full ask price to over $100,000. So I mean, like, somebody put an offer of over $500,000 on a house that was listed at $399. But we don't know what it went for.
Yeah.
I never saw which one they accepted, but
I guarantee you didn't go for $399.
it did not go for $399.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably went for the $500.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane. Like, well, okay, in that case, so what do they do if the house doesn't appraise for that, but they still offer it?
So there's a few different things you can do.
Somebody wants it bad enough, they're like, I have so much money, I don't care. I'll pay you $500 even if it appraises for $450.
Right.
Like,
so I mean, that's what a lot of people are doing. Like, I did one earlier this year. I've done quite a few of them this year, where the house, let's say, is listed at $350. They go in at $390 and say, all right, as long as it appraises for $375, we'll pay the $390. We'll pay the difference in cash. But if it comes in, let's say it appraises for the list price, then they'll only pay like $380, $370.
They're still paying way over.
So they're
appraisal.
still paying over the appraised value, but with appreciation being at 18%
it'll catch up pretty quick.
It catches up in a few months. I mean, we've got a cool little tool where I did this for that same scenario that was under contract for $386, listed at $355, and it appraised for $375. They literally, with appreciation moving the way it is, their house was worth $390 by month 3 of them owning it.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's just because of the shortage.
Needless to say, it's a great time to buy a house.
Oh, it's a great time to buy a house. Take advantage of the
low rates
and the appreciation levels you're getting. I mean, the longer you wait, the more you're missing out on.
You just got to find one, though. That's the problem right now.
Yeah, you got to find one. That's tough.
We were lucky. I'm telling you, I don't know what happened with ours. We were actually in Hawaii on vacation, and we was like, well, let's just look for a house. Like,
really?
we were
I didn't know y'all were in Hawaii when y'all found this.
Yeah, we were sitting in Hawaii in the hotel room, and after we got done chilling on the beach, it was a nice day out there. But we were sitting there looking, and we were like, well, let's just look for the heck of it. Let's just see if we can find anything out our way and stuff. So we did, and it had been on there for like over a month. It had been listed. And at that time, this was back in February, so I mean everything was gone the day it got listed. We had been looking for like a couple months at that point. And as soon as we found something, we would be like, oh, let's go look at it. Sorry, there's already an offer on it. Like, it's already in contract. We got on there, and this thing had been a month. And so we texted our real estate agent. We were like, hey, can we get this set up? And I was like, I did not expect anything to come out of it. I was like, there's no way there's not a contract on this house. I was like, Zillow's messed up or something. Like, it is under contract. They said it was available. I was like, this is under contract. It's been listed a month. And sure enough, we got back, and we went and looked at it later that week, and there had been nothing on it. I mean, it was kind of hidden gem. And inspection report came back fine. It appraised for what it needed to appraise at. And we were blessed to get in there. And it was a crazy time. But
yeah, y'all bought literally right at the perfect time before the market really just got absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I remember at one point this year when spring really kicked off, I mean, you had 30 people making an offer on the same exact house.
Within 24 hours of it.
24 hours. 12 hours.
Yeah.
Not 24. It was like 12 hours.
Yeah. Like,
Not
even enough showing times. Like,
if you didn't have your offer in within the first few hours of it going live, you probably didn't stand a chance of getting it. Because if they got one, they're like, all right, I'm done. No more. Don't worry about it.
Your offer's over listing price.
Yeah, over listing price. If you went in asking for closing costs at asking price, you weren't even consideration. Like, you were just like, trash.
Yeah.
No mind.
See
Next. See ya.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But, guys, so we've kind of just started talking here. It's been a cool episode. We're sitting right here about 30 minutes, and I hope you got some value out of it. Time flew by. It does not feel like
this
30
was
minutes.
quick. It feels like we've only been talking just like 5-10 minutes.
I know. That's what we were talking before. Alex like, I've never done this before. I was like, hey, it's fun. Just you get on there and you vent and you get to talk and time will fly by, and it has. So hopefully we brought you some value today.
So I would say one thing, like, if you're at that point where you've started your business and you want to buy a house, I mean, the very first thing you need to do is go ahead and get pre-approved. Like, figure out where you stand.
That is true.
Or what you need to do. Like, don't go looking for houses until you know exactly where you stand. Like, be sure you've got your tax returns ready to turn in. You've got your profit and loss statement. That was something else I didn't get to talk about. Like, right now you have to have a year-to-date profit and loss statement to go along with your 2-year tax returns to make sure that you've got supporting
profit.
income.
Yeah, you got to show profit.
Yeah, you're showing a profit.
Yeah.
You're not losing money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, get all that stuff together. It takes 5 to 10 minutes to fill out the application. And
it was super easy.
No, it's so easy. We've really stepped up our game here in the mortgage world and been bringing technology into the mortgage world, because it's taken the mortgage world really forever to embrace technology. And we're ahead of the game.
I'll be honest. I didn't sign one piece of paper until closing.
Yeah.
Everything was online. Everything was online. It was so easy.
The majority of your closing documents you signed online as well.
It was online, yeah. Now that I think about it, I think I think I literally had like 5 pieces of paper at the end.
Yeah. Your wife probably signed about 20 pages actually by hand.
Yeah.
The rest of it was online.
Yeah. Yeah. It's come a long way from what I've heard from the past.
Yeah.
Boxes and boxes of paper. You know how much paper they went through. Because my parents were telling me, they were like, oh, when you be ready to go to closing, your hand's going to be hurting by the end of the time you get out of there. You're going to sign so many pages. And I was like, yeah, we signed like 15, 20 pages by the end of it. And they're like, what? No way. It's changed so much. But it has, and it's cool. So, guys, if you're looking for a house, now's a great time to buy. If you can find one. If you're looking to 3-5 years from now, who knows where the country's going to be at that point. We're not going to get into that. But let's just say we're recording this after a massive, massive statement came out tonight that the president put in place. But this is not a political show. We will not get into that. So hope you all are just you're saving and saving and saving. And, wow, there's a guy running down the street with his hard hat on. I don't know what he's doing.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
He's holding a stomach?
Oh.
Did he just?
He almost fell.
I thought he was about to break his leg or something.
Yeah. I wish I could see this because I'm really confused about what's going on.
I thought he was trying to find like a porta potty or something at one point because he was holding a stomach.
Now he's jerking.
And running.
Wow, that was crazy. Guys, Birmingham, you never know what you're going to see in Birmingham. It is one of those things. You just come in here and people watch. Guys, I just want to say, I hope you enjoyed this show. Thank you for listening if you're still listening at this point. You have anything you want to leave everybody with, Alec, real quick? I mean, like you said, get your stuff in order. Get pre-approved. Do the little things. Get the prepaid credit card. Like, you got to have some history. If you want to do it 3 to 5 years down the road, start now. Like, don't start in 3 years trying to buy a house that same year.
I mean, it's like, when you start your business, I mean, you've got to have a business plan.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing when you're trying to buy a house and you've got your own business. Like, you've got to have a plan of what you're going to do, the steps you're going to take to be able to get that house when you're ready to buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same process.
Yeah. So be responsible, guys, and do the – oh, man, that's a big grasshopper. Wow, how did that get in here? We're in the city. I don't know where that came from.
It freaked me out. It jumped on my hand at first.
I don't know. This is crazy. If you're still listening, I feel bad for you.
This has been a great show. I've enjoyed this. It's been fun.
It's fun.
I appreciate you having me on and everything like that.
Talk about insurance. Is insurance nationwide? I mean,
we're a nationwide lender. I'm licensed in Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, and Texas.
So can you help people in all those states?
I can literally do a mortgage for anybody in those states that I just listed that I'm licensed in.
Okay, name it one more time.
Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, and Texas. I can get licensed in Georgia and Tennessee pretty easy, usually in about, 48 to 72 hours, I think it is. Sometimes, maybe a week. Get a temporary license, and I can help you out in those states too. But yeah, give me a call. Happy to help. We're nationwide. There's a few states that we can't lend in because you have to have a brick and mortar. They're brick and mortar states. But it's only a handful. I think we're pretty much licensed in like 42, 43 of the states.
Yeah. Well, you're not licensed in Australia, though. We do have a couple listeners in Australia.
No, we will not lend in another country.
So, guys, whoever you are, you're out there, you're listening. Sorry, Alec cannot help you there. But we appreciate you listening anyway. We appreciate you listening to how we get mortgages here in America. But if you have any tips and tricks on how to do it in Australia, let me know. But if anybody, like you said, in those states, you're looking to buy a house, reach out to Alec. I'll put all the information in the show notes, how to contact them and Assurance. Like I said, I've personally used them, okay? I've personally used them. They were a great team. Alec was a great guy, has a great team supporting him. Very timely process, and everything went really smooth and helped me get in really my dream house as my first house. We didn't have to work our way up. We were very blessed. But I know we wouldn't have done that without the team that he has there and his help with it. But
I can't do what I do without the people behind me, like my assistant, the underwriters, the processors, the head underwriters, everybody. We just have a really good, solid team that knows what they're doing and knows the business backwards and forwards.
So I've said in this podcast before, business principles go across the board, whether it's landscaping, mortgages, a pizza shop, whatever it is, and it's the same principle that applies there. You're not going to have a successful business unless you have a team around you to do it. And maybe if you're a sole operator, maybe it's friends and family that are supporting you. Maybe if you're an owner of a 5-10 employee company, it's those employees that are supporting you and they're helping you generate income. In Alec's case, like he said, he's got his assistants and a supporting team there on staff with Assurance. So guys, create that culture, build those relationships, network with people, and it's really going to benefit you in the long run. So I hope you enjoyed the show today, guys. If you did, leave those ratings and reviews, smash the 5 stars, and it'll really help us social-proof the podcast, get it out there, and grow it to a greater audience. And like I said, we target lawn and landscape, but we're talking all business principles here. There's going to be a lot more guests coming up outside of the green industry that I'm really excited about. They're going to bring a lot of tips and help you out down the road as you grow your business, grow your family, and just try to create the life that you want. And so I appreciate you listening today. If you did like it, like I said, leave the ratings and reviews. Really help us go a long way. Share it with a friend. Post it on your social media. Tag us, and we'll repost it. And let's grow this community one day at a time, one friendship at a time, and it's going to be a great outcome down the road. But, Alec, I appreciate you being on today, man.
Man, thanks for having me on. This is fun.
Absolutely.
I'd like to do it again sometime.
Yeah, we'll do it again. We'll get on here and talk. I don't know. He's a big fantasy football guy, and he's sitting here in the background. Oh no, got a draft. What, y'all kicked off? I don't know fantasy football, but they kicked off tonight.
Yeah,
and
kicked off.
NFL.
First NFL game was tonight. Kick off at 7:20. I don't have anybody playing tonight, so I'm not too concerned.
He got lucky,
with it.
but I know guys. I've got friends that they were drafting Sunday night. I think they were drafting all their guys and stuff, and it was like 3 hours on their phone just sitting there drafting. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah. You know how much time you could do with that 3 hours? You can make money doing that. You could find something else.
Well, in our league, if I win, I make $900.
Yeah, you make money. There you go. So I guess there's always a way to make $1.
Yeah, always. ABC, always be closing.
There you go. That's a good way to leave the show right there. Always be closing. Well, guys, I appreciate it again. Don't want to drag this process out any longer than it needs to be. But I appreciate y'all, every one of you that's listening. Right here at the end, I will say, can't wait to see you at Signal Green in Nashville, September the 18th. If you have any more questions, reach out to me. I'm excited to be there and be a part of the host doing that, putting that event on. And if you're in the lawn and landscape industry, anywhere around the Southeast, come hang out with us for the afternoon. And then we got GIE coming up in October. I'll be there. It's going to be a great time. I'm excited. It's going to be my first one. I can't wait to meet everybody and hang out. But with that being said, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. And I hope you all have a great weekend ahead. And I hope you just keep crushing it in your business. Put your family, put your God first. And life's going to work out for you. He'll bless you and lead you along the way. But appreciate you listening today. And we will catch up with y'all here on the next episode.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green Landscapes podcast. We know you have many other podcast options to choose from, and don't take it for granted that you chose to spend some time with us today. You can connect with Jeremiah Jennings at Growing Green Landscapes on Instagram or use the link in the show description. Don't forget to smash the follow button on the podcast and leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. We hope you crush it in your business and hope to catch you on our next episode.